AI is current main topic in a lot of countries. It is a topic that everybody is interested in, everybody is afraid of, everybody is fascinated about. AI is the thing right now. And since some opinions that I heard about AI are absurd and other opinions are good but not heard by a lot of people, I decided to share my own opinion, my own experiences with AI, especially since I work in IT and it is same field but different direction to what I'm doing. Anyways, let's begin. But obviously before I begin I have to tell you that this is Yury Experience and here I share my various experiences about different topics. I currently do one piece of content per week, and if you like this piece of content, please subscribe, like, do whatever is possible on your platform. Let's go. And we begin with definition. AI, artificial intelligence, with my own words, is an umbrella term for a lot of various ways to simulate human intelligence through machines. Important word here is algorithm. What is algorithm? It is basically a way of decision making. If something happens, then do that. If something else happens, then do that, otherwise do something different. And AI is based on various of these algorithms. Overall, IT is based, programming is based on these algorithms, but AI is not different. AI is based on various algorithms that people normally created for decision making, which afterwards are used by the machine or by computer systems in order to make various decisions which are relevant for this specific topic. And then the system takes these various algorithms, takes various data that is provided to the system, and based on that creates some knowledge base, which it then uses in order to predict future inputs in this knowledge base. Let me provide you with one of the examples of AI, and this image recognition, and there you have training of that AI. There are a couple of types of it, and I will provide an example of the guided training for image recognition software, image recognition AI. So first we have training. So prior to this AI to become AI, this AI shall be trained. We wrote some algorithms for this AI and we provide this AI with first image, and for example it is an image of a dog. And the question that we said, is it a dog? And based on the various algorithms that AI has, AI will say yes or no. If yes, then we will say, well done AI, that's good, I provide you with bonus points. But if AI said no, it is not a dog, although on the image we clearly see a dog, then we say no, and we punish algorithm or punish the system in some form. And then we provide the system with a second image and we ask the system, is it a dog? System will think or use the algorithm in order to acquire an answer, and depending on the answer it will be yes or no, and then we will again say, if yes, we punish you because it is clearly not a dog, and if no, then we say well done, and we give you some bonus points. And afterwards we provide system like 10,000 of images of dogs and cats. We get a lot of images of dogs, a lot of images of cats, and after a lot of images, thousands, maybe 10,000, maybe millions, depending on the system will be able to recognize whether it is a dog on the image, but only if we have it in a combination with a cat. If we have dog images and cat images only. Because we trained the system only on dog and cat images. If you want for system to recognize dog among all the possible animals in the animal kingdom, you need to provide the system with all possible images of animal kingdom. You need to give images of kangaroos, for example. You need to give images of parrots. You need to give images of chameleons. And then all the time where system is wrong, say system, you are wrong, it is not a dog, it is something else, and I punish you. You can also not punish the system and only just provide like bonus points when system does something right, but it will influence the speed of learning usually. And then you think you are done. You think system can now recognize whether there is a dog on the image or some other animal, but not completely. For example, a cloud in the form of a dog. Is it a dog or not? Most of you will say no, it is not a dog. Or maybe I'm sure you know these images of carpets or maybe wooden floor where it appears it is like the head of the dog on these carvings or on this carpet. In this form, how carpet is colored or whatever, how you weaved, I don't know what's the correct word here. Anyways, that means that you also need to provide the system with images of something that looks like a dog, but is not a dog. For example, a lamp in the form of a dog, and we want only for system to consider living dogs, like real animals, not stuffed animals or not lamps in form of and other things. So we provide the system with a hell lot of images of various contexts, being it lamps of animals, various animals, images of dogs of various forms, and after long learning process, after millions of images, the system will with high probability recognize whether it is a dog or not a dog. And when I say recognize, I mean after million of images of training, the million first image afterwards that you will provide to the system will say you correctly, or with high probability actually correctly, whether on the image there is a dog or not a dog. What can we understand from this whole explanation? First, the system highly depends on the training material that we provide to the system. If it is image recognition system, it depends on what images you provide it with. If it is word recognition system or maybe audio recognition system, it depends on what words, what audio files, what audio recordings you provide to the system. Based on that, the system will be better or worse for various purposes. Second, your target is very important. What is the target of this AI system? Is the target of the system to recognize the difference between dogs and cats? Then probably you don't need various other animals and lamps also in this image pool that you provide during the training process. Similarly, if you want the system to recognize speech of people from with specific accent from specific country, then you probably will not need a lot of audio files from another regions. You just want for the system to understand how this specific group of people talks. And if you think about it, it is very, very similar to how humans do learning. People rarely talk with an accent just because they want to, just because they snap their fingers and now they have accents. No, people normally grow up in an environment where they hear mostly people with accents or dialects, and then they start talking in their specific way. They learn from their environment, and basically AI does it very similarly. But AI does it differently because on one hand AI can process way more information than human beings can, and AI can do it way quicker, and AI don't really forget as long as we have enough memory for that AI. On the other hand, although humans don't really recognize a lot of variables that they hear and see and understand in their environment, although people don't recognize it consciously, subconsciously we see a lot. You know what white is, you don't need to think about the fact whether it is white or not. For a lot of people, as long as you are not colorblind and you can see and whatnot. A lot of these algorithms that people need to write down or in some form say to AI, you don't need to comprehend because you already have prepared, you have done some specific job, and these algorithms are already in your head thanks to history, thanks to biology, and you don't need to do it. You subconsciously do a lot of stuff that people need to write down for AI. Overall, the concept of AI is old as heck. As long as we have various hardware where we can create AI on, we have AI because the first ideas of that happened a lot of time ago. And based on my understanding, currently the algorithms that we use currently were also created long time ago. A lot of that is math, like probability stuff, and a lot of that is like some algorithms, if when, if then, and whatnot. And only now we have this like global, we start using that even more, or it becomes even more popular thanks to the fact that we have way better hardware than like 10 years ago, and our understanding of how to make software better also improved a little bit. But the whole algorithm principle is same as it was like 50 years ago. And if you ask yourself where we already have AI, where do we use AI already, you see it right now. Because it doesn't matter what social platform you use for hearing me or for seeing me, that social platform uses AI. All the suggestions that are provided to you, this like whole YouTube algorithm thing or whatever algorithm thing, Spotify algorithm, that all is AI. It is the basic definition of AI. And in that case, the training, what that AI does is you. The information that you provide to the AI. You provide the algorithm or provide AI with your likes and dislikes, what you like, what you don't like, what you spend time watching and what you prefer to ignore. And based on that, algorithm learns, AI learns how to provide you better suggestions so you remain on the site, on the page, on the social network. Another similar example, Google search, because that's technically how Google works. It trains the AI, the currently basic AI, and I think they want to upgrade it sometime soon. They train AI based on data from various users, and you can actually opt out of it, but you can also remain in it. But there's an official way to opt out of data collection, which is then used for AI. And based on these wishes of various hundreds, millions of people, your suggestions would be better because 10 people around you also want to buy, I don't know, solar panels, and then Google suggests you, do you want to buy solar panels, or maybe do you want to buy soda or whatever. And last example, gaming. I think it's no wonder that in gaming there is some levels of artificial intelligence. Depending on what game and how old the game is, we will be talking about different level of artificial intelligence, but it is nothing strange that game has AI. Depending on how AI works, it is sometimes even more interesting to deal with the game because your enemies become more complicated, or maybe some more complex. Their decision making is more interesting. And on the other hand, if all your enemies can do is walk straight and hit like in front of them, it doesn't make a very interesting game. Again, there are some cases, but in modern times, you need some level of AI in games. What is my opinion about the future of AI? In my understanding of analytics, how AI influences the life right now and how it will probably influence the life in the future, AI will probably steal a lot of jobs. And yes, that's what a lot of people are afraid of. But to be honest with you, digitalization is the fact that steals a lot of jobs. Since we have PCs replaced a lot of people who worked like different stuff. Since we have smartphones, since we have internet, since we have a lot of advancements in technology, a lot of people lost their job because what they did the whole time, their whole career, is not needed anymore. And it is similar with AI. If there is a repetitive task that needs basically looking through the data, for example, and finding the important pieces of it, AI will probably do it quicker and better than a human being. Obviously, if it is trained properly. If there is a way to define the process, define the task in terms of if that, then some program, maybe not even AI, but maybe AI will do it probably quicker and better than a human being, which is why a lot of people will be replaced with AI. On the other hand, AI opens opportunities for new jobs which were not possible prior to this era of AI. Because, for example, I've heard already of like job description, AI design creator, whatever, something like that. So like AI image creator. So the task of that person is to use AI to create images. And that person knows how to use AI best, and it knows how to deal with it, and that person uses it. And prior to now, that job wasn't possible, but now that job is something that is real in some companies. But going away from jobs, we also have currently the problem that AI is not really recognized by law. So there are a lot of stuff that you can do that would be illegal in different other fields that we have in life, but thanks to the fact that there is no really law regulation of AI or different kinds of AI, it is now possible to do crazy stuff, like create images in style of some different artists, or create music with voices of various artists without their approval. Where if that would be done not by AI but by a real person, that would probably create a lot of problems. But since AI does it, it's not a problem anymore, at least for some time, because there are a lot of countries that are currently thinking, okay, we need to deal with this problem, we need to do something around it, about it, and that's why we create laws. I think EU want to create some new laws about usage of AI. I'm not sure what exactly they want to put in there, but anything will be great for now, especially including the fact that at the end of the day, how ethical or how good AI is depends on the developer and the users of AI. And basically, if you want that AI does the good job for humanity, that AI doesn't hurt humanity, then you need to develop it in an ethical way, you need to create ethical training pool and whatnot. And that shall probably be better regulated than it is right now. And a little spice on that is black box problem. In a lot of occasions, developers starting from some point don't know how AI makes the decisions. And depending on what topic we'll be talking about, it is important to know how the AI makes decisions. It is important to know how AI works. For example, there are various financial, law and medical AIs, and it is important to know how they came to the conclusion that they came to, because of ethical reasons, because of law reasons. And if we don't know how AI came to the decision that provided to the users of this financial AIs, law AIs, medical AIs, then we have a problem on our hands. And the last point here is there is little to no probability to general AI coming soon. What is general AI? Basically, similar stuff that we have in our brains, our intelligence, but in artificial form. Although we are talking about artificial intelligence as if it does same stuff as humans do, it doesn't. And it will not do that for quite some time, at least based on current state of science, state of technology, and state of our understanding how to make it work. There are people who want to breach that wall, but as of now, there is little to no danger, little to no probability of that happening anytime soon. In conclusion, I will tell you the sentence that probably most people in IT world know, and it is following: the problem is not in the code, the problem is not in the program, the problem is sitting in front of PC. The problem is not the existence of artificial intelligence, the problem is how we use it, the problem is how we develop it, the problem is what we do with it. It is pretty similar with a lot of topics, but also with topic of guns in, for example, USA. There is this whole huge discussion in terms of, are guns bad? Are guns evil? Or are users of guns bad or evil who kill people with these guns? And at the end of the day, at least AI isn't created for some bad purposes. AI is created, the main purpose of AI is support of humanity. It is making life easier, it is making work more effective, and some other reasons. But the point is, AI is not created evil, as long as you don't intend it to be evil. Which is why the problem is normally not AI itself. The problem is in creators of AI. The problem is in users of AI. Internet is another great example. Internet is not evil or good or bad. Internet is internet, but how we use it defines how good or bad or lawful or law obedient is internet. At the end of the day, it depends on the users, not on the thing itself. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this piece of content. If it is the case, please drop a like. You can also subscribe to the channel. You can also do whatever is possible on your platform of your choice. And I see you next Monday. Have a great week.